Hello?
Miss Braxton?
Yes.
Hi, this is Kelly Bryant with the Broadspire.
Yes.
On your call?
Uh-huh.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You got the message concerning the claim that we handled?
Yeah, Pat Sanders handled claim number LI 11229215 concerning some injuries to my daughter and the rest of my family concerning some discrimination that the Georgia Department of Community Affairs did the employees of that agency.
And you were an employee of that department?
No. The way I was connected with them was that I was a participant in the Housing Choice Voucher Program.
Okay.
They were the housing, like the housing inspectors for a rental that I was in through the Section 8 program.
Okay. And you mentioned some
injuries
concerning the way that this claim was handled by Pat?
Yes. I believe from the get-go of me submitting this claim to her, she had already made her mind up not to, do what she's supposed to do concerning the claim because just a lot of stuff happened. And like I said, she didn't even really do her job because I've given her all the information. I gave her doctor letters. I've given her proof of injury every kind of way, and she just denied the claim. And I believe it's mostly because I didn't have a lawyer. Secondly, because she just, she through the state of Georgia, she was working with them, and they didn't want this claim to go through, period. So they just gave me a hard time, and she worked with them and just got the claim thrown out. And even though the claim is a legitimate claim.
And you had did you receive a denial letter or any type of communication from Pat?
Yes, I did.
Can you explain what that was? Was it like a formal denial letter? Or?
Yes, it was a formal denial letter saying they're not going to accept any liability for anything that the Georgia Department of Community Affairs did. And that is like totally outrageous to me from what I've given her and information about what they've done. Everything is documented, what they've done. Some stuff is even on audio. And concerning my daughter, I have doctor's notes explaining that her being in that house aggravated her condition from her breathing in septic gases and mold spores in that house. And now my other daughter, she's having headaches constantly all the time, and that's not good because she was exposed in the house too, and it started worsening around the time she was in that house. And me, I have already had medical conditions, and they've already been aggravated by being in that situation, plus the stress of everything.
How long ago was the claim denied?
Let me see, I believe it was. Can you hold on while I just look for something really quick? I think it was May. I believe it was May of this year. I believe it was May.
And if anything happened on the claim, I mean, as far as communication with back and forth with Pat, anything going on since May?
No, because this is what happened after she denied the claim. Because I had already had one letter from my daughter's doctor stating that my daughter has like she had like a restrictive thing with her airway. It was like mild. She would only get sick like every 2 years or something. But as soon as she got with that house, she kept getting sick. And the doctor even gave her the first letter explaining to her that my daughter did not have frequent wheezing, period. But then she gave her, and then she denied the claim after I gave her that plus all the other discrimination information. And then I got another letter from my doctor, my child's doctor, and I even gave her that copy. I gave her that on April. I'm sorry, it must have been April because let me see. No, I'm sorry. Okay, I gave her that letter from my doctor, from my daughter's doctor, and it was faxed to her on May 30th. And that doctor actually stated that house aggravated my daughter's symptoms because it says right here in the letter that exposing mold spores and septic gases can be irritant and allergen and can trigger allergy and asthma related symptoms. Hannah also may have flare-ups of her wheezing with these exposures also. And I gave that letter to Pat Sanders so she could reconsider what she had already denied in my claim, but she wasn't trying to hear it. She just no. And then I called her on the phone and I said, how could you deny this claim? And she said, I'm not talking to you about it, and hung up on me. I mean, coldly just hung up like whatever. This is a child. This child is sick because of something that the state of Georgia did because I reported them to HUD. Just because I reported them to HUD, they made me and my children stay in that home.
I'm sorry, because you what?
Reported the way they was discriminating and stuff because I reported them to HUD for discrimination. Then I was asking for my voucher back, and they made me stay in that house, and they wouldn't give me my voucher back for like a while, and we were stuck in that house for a long time because of that. Because of that situation with me reporting them to HUD, and basically because of that, they put me and my children in a really bad situation in retaliation, and that's why my daughter got hurt because they made us stay in the house. We couldn't leave. We're on Section 8. We had no way to leave out of there. And I couldn't leave without that voucher. And that lady that worked for Georgia DCA knew that and used it against me and literally oppressed me with that voucher, like, you're not going anywhere. I'm going to teach you a lesson. And that's exactly what she did. Now my daughter is injured because of her, I'm not saying neglect, I'm going to say her pure, it was intentional what she did. It wasn't like something that it was an accident. She intentionally did that, and she harmed my daughter by making her stay in at home. And she knew the house was dangerous because they inspected the house and even told us the house wasn't fit to live in, but made us stay there.
From when to when were you in the house?
We was in a home from June 1st, and we moved out around November. So we was in a home.
Which year?
2009. And then my daughter kept getting sick after that, and then we finally figured out it was a house in February 2011. We finally figured out that something was wrong because she went to the doctor. She could hardly breathe, and she had exasperation asthma. It was like terrible. And from that point on, I said, yeah, that's what it was, because she was getting sick off and on, but it was like for some reason she just got worse. And I'm like, and ever since then she's been bad. So it's the house.
And this is from June until December, you said, or no?
No, this was from June 2009 into November 2009. And like I said, she's been getting ill ever since. Throwing up, bad wheezing, just is bad. And there's nothing I can do about it now. She has to be on the Bureau now. And if they would have let us move, I guarantee you that little minor irritation she had with her lungs, probably every 2 years she'd get a real bad, situation. But this consistent stuff is because of that house. If they would have let us move, it was moldy in there. It was septic gas. It was a bad septic tank. They made us stay in that house when it was really hot. Them gases was consistently coming in that house. And LaRuth Holloway would not give me my voucher. She gave it to me like in September. She knew about the bad situation in July 2009, and did nothing, just because I reported her to HUD, her employees and her to HUD. And I don't. And like I said, I don't know what kind of medical conditions are going to come up, because like I said, I got another daughter. She's getting headaches now. My other daughter, the little one, she's like the asthma situation. And then my son, he talks about he getting dizzy spells, and all of this stuff is proven through, what is that gas? It's called, I think it's called hydrogen sulfide. It's some kind of gas that be in the septic poop that's in the septic tank. Those fumes are coming in that house day and night. Everybody's breathing that stuff in, and it's hot, and it's like you can't get away from it. You have nowhere to go. We're having all kind of weird symptoms now behind being in the house that we wasn't having before. And it was deliberate what they did. They didn't have to make us stay there. They made us stay there.
You're saying this Ms. Holloway did?
Yes,
yes,
I couldn't go anywhere without her allowing me to do it. See, I'm on Section 8, so I couldn't leave without her issuing a voucher. There's no way I could have did it. So, I was still in the program, and I was waiting for her to issue a voucher, but she took her time doing it out of retaliation and me contacting HUD about some of her employees discriminating against me.
So when you say that's why she did it, did she admit that, or is that your opinion, or?
Well, if you put two and two together, she's not going to admit anything. But it's on documentation of the chronicle, everything that happened in an order, and it's everything's documented on paper as far as showing that there was a deliberate indifference to how she handled my Section 8 voucher, how she handled my case period as far as me trying to get my voucher back, me reporting something wrong in the house, her favoring the landlord, not getting anything fixed. She wouldn't even, they let the landlord get away with not fixing that house. It was all, everything that the agency did was against me and my family. They broke the law, period. They broke housing laws. They broke the Civil Rights Act, all kind of laws. The state created danger, everything.
Did you have an attorney through any of this?
No, I was just trying to settle this and get this out of the way. You know, I mean, I would hate to have to get one, but you know, I would think that somebody knowing what I've sent in would settle. That's why I thought Pat Sanders would just go in and do her job. She had all the information, audios, everything, but yet I didn't even get. They even violated my due process rights. That is documented. There's even an audio proving it. But yet I give the stuff to Pat Sanders and she ignores it. No claim, nothing. You have nothing. But yet I give her documentation after documentation and she just ignores it.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to take some time to review all of this and review the claim and review it with Pat, with her supervisor, and then I can get back to you. It's going to take a couple of days, obviously, to get through all of this. I mean, this is all the information I have is what you're telling me at this point. So. Okay.
Do you need me to forward anything to you through email or anything? Do you need me to do that?
Is it stuff that you already have sent in to her?
Yeah. I will hope that she would give you everything that I sent in. I mean, I still have it in my email. I have the files in my email.
Well, why don't you let me first get with her, review what she has. If I've got any questions, I can certainly follow back to you and ask. If I need anything, I can ask you to submit it at that point.
Okay.
Okay.
So is this still falling under the same claim number?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the same claim number.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.